Hi everyone, this is Whitehawk and today I'll be playing Lights in the Sky, a Brony Fan Fair visual novel. I've been meaning to play this since way back in February, but I just never got around it. I had to keep doing other things over and over and over, and even this was actually supposed to go up this Mother's Day, but I was busy that weekend, so it's only now, right after it, that I finally get around to playing it. But since this is a visual novel, it's not really playing it in the traditional gaming sense. I think there's multiple choices here, but there's not really lots of games. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna voice everything, but I'm kind of hoping this won't be too long. I think it's 1 hour of game time, quote unquote. I guess I'll see. I can't believe she's taking me to some museum. I had things to do, games to play. I was going to build a bottle rocket and shoot it off a cliff. I could even be drawing aliens with my new set of crayons right now. Is something wrong, little star? No. Well, I brought you along so that I have some company while we deliver this shipment of star fruit. It doesn't really work if you don't say something once in a while. What should I say? I guess I'll say something. I don't know if I'll be playing this multiple times to see all the little things, all the little differences. So, just check the link in the description if you guys want to, like, see if there's any things that will change. I do believe we're playing as a filly here, even though she looks a little masculine somehow. Something. Am I gonna have to give you a noogie? What? No, I hate noogies. Well, talk to me then. Sorry. How long till we get to the Astrology Museum? It may have had an Astronomy Society Museum, Star. Astronomy, not astrology. Oh, astronomy. What's the difference? I'm not sure. Maybe we'll find out once we get there. Come to think of it, you never told me why we are delivering star fruit to an astronomy museum. Or in the word star, I mean. The pony we're delivering it to is a longtime customer of ours, and we're making a personal appearance to thank him for his loyalty. I guess that makes sense. Plus our upcoming Star Shower Social could use more sponsors. That's called doing business, little star. You'll learn more about it as you grow up and help take care of the farm. I wish you hadn't said that. The idea of me running the family farm doesn't exactly excite me. I'd rather do something with my life that I want to do. But the Star Shower Social is something Heartland has been planning for weeks in an effort to promote the farm. She needs a lot of help preparing, and I hate to let her down. She's really looking forward to it. Heartland, are we there yet? We'll be there soon, little star. We've been standing still for the last 5 minutes, though. Or rather, 3 minutes. Hasn't been that long. Okay, title screen, I guess. A little awkward, though. Yeah, actually, my Northern antivirus actually blocked quite a few things when I tried to open this, so there might be some graphical glitches while we're trying to play this. We're here. What do you think? By first impression, the museum looks like it came from the future. I've never seen anything like it before. The architecture has more cement than what I'm used to on the farm, but the garden, though small, appears to be well maintained. I had no idea it'd be this big! Heartland has a big smile on her face, as if she knew I'd have that reaction. Well, do you want to check it out? You're welcome to explore the museum on your own. I still have to deliver these starfruit, though. Starfruit. Let's explore the museum. I'm up for an adventure. Exploring the museum sounds great. Alright then, but you have to meet me at the front in an hour, okay? Okay. I run into the museum, excited for what's next. In the museum's lobby, a well-dressed unicorn and his child stand in the walkway arguing. They don't appear to notice me. You must stay here, Vector Dusk. But I want to go with you! No, you only get in my way again. I am your father and that's final. The grown-up pulls out a book from his saddle and gives it to Vector Dusk. When the grown-up lets go of the book, Vector Dusk loses his grip and the book hits the ground with a large thud. Vector Dusk's face appears frustrated. Be here and finish chapter 10 by the time I get back. Yes, father. Vector Dusk reluctantly moves aside as the grown-up walks away and turns a corner. The book drags across the floor as Vector Dusk takes a seat, opening the book with a sigh. You know, I can't help but feel that I made the wrong decision. Isn't this character like a Philly version of that, you know who from Dusk's Dawn? Dusk's Dawn? I'm almost positive it is. He turns to the chapter and he was instructed to read. What? I hate astroparticle physics. Let's begin exploring the museum. As I pass a young colt, he notices me. Hey, you! I turn to him. What are you doing here? I haven't known this colt for 2 minutes and I'm already getting bullied. Despite that, I try my best to be friendly to him anyway. Me? Yeah, what is a nerd pony like you doing here? Uh-oh. Racism? A mild pony? That's more likely than you guys think. Well, my sister is dropping off some star fruit for some pony here. Star fruit? Are you from Star Family Fields? Sure I am. I'm Rising Star. What's your name? Victor Dusk. Well, it's nice to meet you, Victor Dusk. The colt abruptly returns to his book. I'm guessing that's supposed to be abruptly. We're definitely not getting along very well. I think about leaving, but I became curious about the book. Trying to get a better view of the book on the ground, I turned my head to see what he's reading. Astroparticle physics, the same as particle astrophysics, is a branch of particle physics that studies elementary particles of astronomical origin in their relation to astrophysics and cosmology. Forgot to mention this, but this is actually an old version of Lights in the Sky. I downloaded this back in February, I believe, so there may be some changes that have already been applied to this. Just saying that right now. Why does it sound so fancy? Victor Dusk closes the book and gives me an arrogant smile. I should have expected a nerd pony to not understand any of that. Excuse me? Nerd ponies aren't typically seen in the academic world. Why? Because they are simply not intelligent enough to comprehend the complexities of the world around them. Where in the world did you hear that? It's a logical conclusion, Philly. Well, you're wrong. Not every nerd pony is going to understand the words in your book, but that doesn't mean that we're all stupid. I'd like to see you prove me wrong. Yeah, maybe I will. Victor Dusk gives a mischievous smile. Oh, maybe you would like to take the museum's Wonder of the Galaxies challenge? Or just Wonder of the Galaxy. What's that? The museum's Wonders of the Galaxy challenge allows visitors to quiz themselves on what they've learned from touring the museum. No feeler cult has beaten the challenge yet. Not even you? I hold the record for most questions answered correctly. 3 is my lucky number. Well, consider your record broken. That challenge is going to be beaten today. And I guess I'm coming with you. It'll be hilarious to see you fail. Fine. Ready to show this unicorn what's what. I walked into exhibit hall. Into the exhibit hall. Sorry if I screw up occasionally lines, but I've been having a weird problem with my throat lately. When Victor Dusk and I entered the rotunda, we were greeted with a large contraption with curved dishes on parts of its body, surrounded by staircases that lead to the upper floor. That thing looks weird. Even if I stood on Victor Dusk's body, I still wouldn't be tall enough to touch the panels on contraption's sides. The contraptions? Probably. You act like you've never seen a satellite before. Wow, is that what we call it? Yeah, you don't know what a satellite is? Figures. I don't think most ponies know what a satellite is. Really? Well then, I bet you also didn't know that this model is a 1/8 replica of the brilliant satellite. 1/8, 1/8, something like that. I didn't know that. But if you actually let me read the plaque in front of the satellite, I'm sure to actually learn about it. Oh, go ahead then. Brushing Victor Dusk off, I began to read the plaque. Plaque? In French it's plaque. The Brilliance Project was originally conceived to provide a radio relay to the far corners of the continent. Designed by the Pixis Polaris, Brilliance was the first successful attempt at placing an artificial machine in the planet's orbit. After many trials and failed attempts, the project found success in its 32nd iteration of the satellite in 19XXAL. After Luna? I think so. Thanks to the Brilliance Project, even the dragons of the furthest regions of the continent can enjoy the rocking sounds of K-Colt! K-Colt? I love K-Colt! Of course you would enjoy that pointless drivel. I rolled my eyes at him. Not every pony has the same tastes in music, Victor Dusk. But how does the satellite work? Victor Dusk opens his mouth to answer, but no words came out of his mouth. You give some thought to it. You know what? I never really asked about that. We should find out. And the satellite was designed by a Pegasus? Polaris is the only Pegasus member in the Manhattan Astronomical Society. But he couldn't have completed the project if he wasn't largely funded in part by my father! The red unicorn from earlier? Yep. He seems pretty strict. He just has high expectations for me is all. I'm sure of it. Anyway, where to next? The planetarium is where the challenge is held, but you want to go there last. You haven't learned anything yet. Instead, we can go see the constellation exhibits. They have a lot of cool stories about the constellations. I bet you don't even know any of them. Or, we can go to the observation terrace. Even an amateur like you would find the answer there pretty fast. I want to see the constellations. Let's go see the constellation exhibits. Sure, if you want. We walked up to the left staircase towards the constellation exhibits. So these are the constellation exhibits. What do you think? The room had several displays with images overlaid on pictures of stars. I thought we were gonna actually look at the actual constellations for some reason. My imagination ran wild right there. I love learning about constellations. Do you know what a constellation is? What do you think I am? Of course I do. A constellation is a set of prominent stars. Astronomers use constellations to identify certain stars. Heartland taught me certain ones that appear during certain seasons. Like the Pegasus constellation during the autumn. That's when we harvest our star fruit. I bet you don't even have a favorite. What? I do have a favorite constellation. It's... You know what? Let's be honest. Actually, I don't really have a favorite. What? How can you not have a favorite? I just don't. Okay. So which one of these constellations do I have to read about for the challenge? Oh, I'm gonna have to actually click at one of them. Okay, that's fine. Let's read about this one. Pisces is a constellation most commonly associated with the common zodiac and lies east of Aquarius. Made up of approximately 14 stars, Pisces is best known as the fish that rescued the princess and her son from the monster Typhon. Isn't it supposed to be Typhoon? Nah, I guess it can be Typhon. If you think about how small we are compared to the size of the universe, I guess it's important to remember that even the little guys can make a difference. Alright, let's check out this one then. When I approach this particular exhibit, Vector Dusk immediately gets in my way. This isn't the one you're looking for. I doubt it. If he's trying to prevent me from looking at this constellation, then this must be the one I need. Please move. Vector hesitates, but then moves out of the way for me to read the exhibit. The constellation Pegasus is made up of 8 named stars. In mythology, Pegasus was the first of the Pegasi. He was charged with the duty of bringing the thunder and lightning to the earth and was respected by even the ancient princesses themselves. It has been said that the descendants of Pegasus, the Pegasi ponies, have since are able to shape the weather itself. I don't know, this phrase was a bit strange. So this Pegasus was really important in mythology, huh? Totally! Thunder and lightning, how radical could you get? Vector Dusk cleared his throat. I mean, yeah, he's cool, I guess. Anyway, are we done here? Nah, actually, let's check out the rest of the exhibits. I'm actually kind of interested. Ursa Major, also known as the Great Bear, is a constellation visible through the year in most of the northern hemisphere and has approximately 19 stars. The most common mythology associated with the constellation describes a pony who was turned into a bear by an evil witch. To prevent the bear from being hunted, a powerful wizard places the bear into the sky. I don't get it. If he was so powerful, why didn't he just turn the bear back into a pony? I'll never understand unicorns. Yeah, I'm gonna read the rest. Leo is a constellation most commonly associated with the common zodiac and lies west of Virgo. As one of the earliest recognized constellations, Leo can be seen with a naked eye made of 9 stars. In mythology, Leo was a powerful lion that caused panic on a village until it was defeated by Hercules after a battle that lasted 4 days. Impressed by the lion's strength, the hero requested a line be placed in the sky. 4 days? Did I at least take bathroom breaks? Yeah, that's always kind of ridiculous. The, like, legends of mythology and stuff lasting so long, and, you know, it was probably just, like, embellished a bit, you know? Aquarius is a constellation commonly associated with the common zodiac and lies between Capricornus and Pisces. It's Pisces, right? I don't know, it's always been kind of a weird way to say it. One of the oldest of the recognized constellations in the zodiac, Aquarius is made up of approximately 14 stars and is best described as a water carrier of some sort. Earlier portrayals previously depicted a pony pouring water from a bucket or urn. Despite its large size, Aquarius has no particularly bright stars. What a strangely boring constellation. Okay, let's read this again so I don't forget about this stuff. 8 named stars. First of the Pexai, tender lightning, respected by ancient princesses. Yeah, okay, that doesn't seem too difficult to remember. Let's go. That door leads back into the museum. Ready to leave? Yes! We'd have the constellation exhibits for the observation terrace. The terrace gave view to a landscape where the trees look cut specifically to give view to the horizon. There's nothing astronomy related up here at all. Ha! That's what you think, Philly. This terrace is special. What do you mean? Why don't you find out for yourself? Let's see. We can look at the tables? Okay, let's look at the table. From these tables, we can get a good view of the landscape. I guess some of the researchers take breaks out here? I wonder if they hold parties here. They might, if a certain pink pony comes over. Yeah, we can look at the sun. Can we look at the clouds? We can leave? Yeah. Maybe there's an Easter egg where you can, like, click on something that you're not really supposed to click on. We can see the landscape from here. Every pony has seen it, but we enjoy seeing different landscapes. I used to spend my evenings watching falling stars from our barn's rooftop, but it stopped when Heartland caught me. I tried showing her the fallen stars, but she said she didn't see anything. It looked at me like I was crazy. She then told me to stop climbing onto the barn's roof. It's apparently too dangerous. Buzzkill. The text scrolls really fast. At night, this terrace is one of the only few places on the planet to witness Shiranui. Shiranui? Never heard of it, huh? I thought so. Before ever coming to this museum, have you ever heard about it? No. I read about it on a plaque on the rail. I began reading the plaque, which had an etching of a horizon with a sky on fire. Shiranui, meaning unknown fire, is an optical phenomenon characterized by moving, changing fires which appear on the horizon at dusk on the first day of each month. Visible from only a few places on the planet, the Manhattan Astronomy Society built this museum where it's currently located in order to observe the Shiranui phenomenon. Extensive scientific studies suggest that Shiranui may be the result of a complex distribution of heated air and cold air pockets constantly fluctuating combined with different artificial and natural light sources. So today's the 28th day of the month. That means Shiranui will appear in 3 days. That's when the Star Shower Social is happening. Star Shower Social? Yeah, my sister's having the social on our farm in 3 days. You should come, it's gonna be fun. I don't know if my father will be interested. Oh, well, maybe you should ask him anyway. I don't need you to tell me that. Maybe I will. Alright, sheesh. Anyway, are we done here? No, I want to check out the rest. The telescopes can help us observe stars, or our annoying neighbors, if there were any around here. It's still daylight, so the best thing we can use these for at the moment is watching trees, or blinding our eye by staring at the sun. Maybe I should point it at the sun and tell Vexter Dusk to look through it. Nah. Anything special on this one? Okay, I guess that's it. Let's leave. Ready to leave. The planetarium is dark, but was illuminated by the projection of the sun and planets revolving around it. Above us, a grid with stars twinkled at us. This is by far the coolest room I've ever been in. Yeah, usually there's a presentation that we sit and watch, but it's disabled for the challenge. We walk closer to the console in the middle of the room, and printed on the dashboard is a sign. Do not climb! So is this where we take on the challenge? I pressed the button on the console. The console glowed brighter and the screen began to display text. Welcome to the Wonders of the Galaxy Challenge. In this challenge, we test your knowledge of the museum's wonders. Answer all the questions correctly and receive a grand prize! I didn't know there was a prize! It's not like you're even capable of winning it anyway. Are you ready? Whatever, it's not like I needed a prize anyway. Let's begin! Wait, hold on! The Brilliance Project succeeded on what attempt? It's a 30-second one. It's 32nd attempt? The computer deans. Correct! On to the next question! Yes, in your face, Vector! Okay, it's only the first question though. You got 3 more to go. According to our plaque at the observation terrace, Shiranui means unknown fire! Correct! No deaning? Alright, 2 down! Don't get cocky. The constellation Pegasus is a pattern of how many stars? 8. 8? The computer deans! Oh, now it deans. What about the second question? Why didn't it dean when I answered that correctly? Inconsistency! Correct. On to the next question. Woo! I'm up to your record now, Vector. Okay, so what? You still have the last question. If it's something I can't answer, what makes you think you can? We don't know until we find out, will we? I fuel the desire to know, the courage to work outside the box, and the answer at the center of the sun. The most important thing to an astronomer. What am I? Huh. Okay, this is actually something you have to figure out. Okay, I'm gonna actually think about this for a moment. Wait, is it light? Lights in the sky? Is that what it is? What kind of question is that? I always get stuck at this one. The closest answer I could get to is the actual material of the sun's score, and and it won't accept it. It sounds like a riddle. A riddle? That's stupid. How does Polaris expect anyone to beat the challenge? I don't really know. And I bet any answer will lead to the wrong thing. So you know what? Let's just say fire. Fire? The computer buzzes. Wrong. Try again. Where did you get that idea? I don't know. Let's just say I don't know, because that's what I said. I don't know. I knew you wouldn't be able to pass the challenge. Hold on, just give me a second. There has to be something in this room that'll give me a clue. Let's see. All I can point at is the sun itself. I guess that's what I'm gonna do. The hologram of the sun flickers at me as I look at it. Wait, is there something in there? I stared at it for a little bit longer. It flickered again. There is something in there. I began climbing onto the console. Uh-oh. What are you doing? I have an idea. You're not supposed to climb onto that. Well, you can't stop me now. Once I got a hold of myself on the console, I jumped through the hologram of the sun. Do not do this at home, kids. Passing through the sun, something solid collides with my body. Something that was suspended in the hologram. I landed on the ground with a crash. I looked at what I took from the hologram. It was a capsule. I opened the capsule to find a slip of paper sitting inside. Reading aloud, I had the answer to the riddle. Curiosity! The answer is curiosity! Suddenly the computer deans. Why do I get multiple chances on this last question? That doesn't make much sense. The console's lights glowed green as the hologram began spinning uncontrollably. Congratulations! You've completed the challenge. Please stand by. What? How? The riddle was a set of instructions. Working outside the box sometimes means breaking the rules, and the answer was literally at the center of the sun's hologram. Wonderful! We looked up as a blue Pegasus descended from above. Polaris! Absolutely wonderful. Curiosity. What drives us to look further beyond what we know. You finally completed a challenge, Vector Dusk. Wait, what? Actually, I can finally justify taking you under my wing as my apprentice. Polaris, your father will be so pleased. Maybe you'll finally stop harassing me. Polaris! Yes, Vector Dusk? I didn't complete the challenge. It was her. The Pixis looks over to me. You completed the challenge? Yeah. We don't see many Earth ponies in this museum. What is your name, little one? I'm Rising Star. He rubs his chin. Fascinating. Rising Star, you're the first pony to answer all the questions right. I imagine there's an alternate ending that you can get if you don't answer all the questions right. Vector Dusk has been trying to complete this challenge for 2 weeks and you completed it in 1 day. Fascinating. I suppose I can bestow the prize unto you. A telescope? That's right. I must admit, I have some reservations about giving this to you. Why? We don't see many Earth ponies walk into the museum. I wonder if you really have the dedication for this field. Again with the Earth pony thing. I don't like it when people doubt me, but something about Polaris' doubt sparks something in me. They're probably, whatever. The Brilliance Project. Pixis. Shiranui. Shiranui is an optical phenomenon characterized by moving, changing fires which appear on the horizon at dusk on the first day of each month. Visible from only a few places on the planet, the Manhattan Astronomy Society built this museum where it's currently located in order to observe the Shiranui phenomenon. Extensive scientific... Did I already read this? Like, this is just the description. So yeah, I'm just gonna... The Pixis looks stunned. Victor's jaw is dropped. Did you just recite the plague word for word? I don't know. I guess? But I want to learn more. All of this. Where everything came from. What's beyond our planet. I want to know. I'm looking for the pony who will make the next big discovery. Some pony will use what I can teach them to advance the observational astronomy field further than what I can do. If you are that pony, then you'll pass my next challenge in no time at all. Another challenge? The first challenge tests the pony's curiosity. This next one will test your dedication. So that's going to be the answer to the last question. Hold on, Polaris. I've shown more dedication in this field here in the past 2 weeks. That is true, but you haven't passed my first challenge, Vector Dusk. What good is what I teach to a youngling if he can't even make use of what he learns? Haven't I shown that I'm serious about this field? Is 2 weeks not enough for you, Polaris? I'll do this for months if I have to. Vector Dusk, you don't have to do this just to meet Iron Dusk's expectations. He may be my boss, but this has nothing to do with my father. I seriously doubt that, Vector. Polaris? Yes? I couldn't have completed a challenge if it weren't for Vector Dusk. Vector Dusk. He was a jerk the entire time, but he did help me find the right answers. As much as it annoys me to say this, we're a pretty good team. The Pixis thinks on it. Well, there's nothing that says I can't take on 2 apprentices. You mean you'll take us both on? He hands us each a piece of paper. If you can identify these 4 celestial bodies and bring to me your proof before I leave for my research trip in the Far East on the 1st of the next month, I will take you on as my apprentice. That's 3 days, isn't it? I'll be back in 2. Vector Dusk disappears almost immediately. 3 days? Isn't that when we have our Star Shower social? 2 days, huh? I don't know if you can boast the same. Ha! 2 days? I'll complete this challenge before you can say, Rising Star! Uh-oh. I told you to meet me at the entrance in an hour. I stood there waiting for a good 10 minutes worrying about you, and I find you here playing around? It's been an hour already? I'm sorry, Heartland. I'm sorry if she caused you any trouble, Polaris. It's no problem, miss. Rising Star simply just participated in our Wonders of the Galaxy challenge and became the first pony to successfully complete the challenge. Is that true, little star? It sure is, Heartland. At the very least, I'm glad you're safe. Shall we get going then? I'll see you soon, Polaris. Allow me to show you out. Do these two know each other? Well then, I take my leave. Thank you for the star food, Heartland. Oh yeah, they do. I forgot about that. Rising Star, remember what we discussed. What did y'all talk about? Polaris gave me an assignment to work on, and if I finish it in time, he'll let me become his apprentice. What? Really? You? An astronomer? You hate books! Besides, how are you gonna help me with Star Shower Social if you're gonna look up at the sky all night? I can still help you with that. It'll work out, I promise. We'll see. I'll show her. I'll complete the challenge and make the social a success. To be continued. Yeah, this there's a README file. It basically says that this is actually part 1 of a overarching story, but it does sort of conclude in a sense, like, well, thank you for completing the first act of A Lights in the Sky. We hope you enjoyed your time with our characters. Feel free to tweet your thoughts on this game and support of future releases to the developer of this game on Twitter at Peter C. Jiang, something like that. For further reading, credits, and director's notes are available on the Brony Fan Fair website, www.bronyfanfair.com. And that's it. That's Lights in the Sky. There's probably some alternate stuff you guys can check out yourselves, but it's a really short game. Can easily beat in less than 5 minutes if you skip all the text. But I think it's fine for what it is. This is exactly what I feel like small one-man or two-man projects should be like, even with OCs. But I do have to ask one thing. Was Vector Dusk really supposed to be like that same character from Dusk's Dawn? I haven't watched that in a long time, but I don't know. It reminded me of that for some reason. Maybe I should do a commentary of that like animation one day. Because there's a few things to say about that animation that never had a proper conclusion, I believe. But that's for later. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Link in the description if you guys want to play this yourselves. And I hope you all have a nice day. Bye-bye.